I'm not really 22 and I'm actually older than Zach. But in the middle of pushing, this man was like, I have to use the restroom. Stop race mixing. Hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome back. So right now, currently, it is morning and baby boy is back to sleeping. I changed him and fed him and baby boy just went right back to sleep. So I'm using this time to just get in the shower and actually prep dinner. He's actually home later, he's at work obviously. And so yeah, I'm just gonna show my day. Yesterday I ended up actually cleaning the house. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm feeling better. So yeah, you know, it's really been a journey, guys. Like this whole healing and like all that, like it's taking time. But I've noticed some things that I'm not liking. Like my lips, they're like changing colors. I'm having splotching, like miscoloring on my lips. I don't know what this is. I don't know why this is happening to me. Somebody explain. I was reading online, you know, I'm a Google person, and Google was trying to tell me maybe I'm having too much iron, but I had an iron deficiency, so I'm like, it can't be that. But I've been taking sea moss and I've also been taking my postnatal, so I'm like, I don't know. I really don't freaking know, man. And then other things like a vitamin B12 deficiency, maybe. I'm just like, look, I need to stop trying to self-diagnose myself and just, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is why I've been like moisturizing myself and just really keeping it clean. But like honestly, like keeping my face clean, honestly. But honestly, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna give it up to that 6-week appointment. And if I still see some stuff that I'm not liking, I'm gonna be asking all the questions. Like, what's going on? What's happening? I need to run some, y'all need to run some tests. Y'all need to check me out. Y'all need to make sure I'm okay. He has such a rough time when you're changing him. I swear. Oh, that was crazy. Good job. Aww. I'm feeding my baby right now, y'all. But let me tell y'all, the Advent bottle nipples, they are trash. That's why my baby has the man bottles. They are great. So here I'm just making myself a little something to eat, and boom.com, bada bam, it was so fire. Watching my show Boys Over Flowers, you already know, yeah. Then I decided I was gonna trim Zion's nails because them things was like razor blades. And here I am prepping his bottles. This is just so easy and convenient just to, you know, be able to just grab and go. So, yes. Y'all on TikTok are just trifling because the things y'all be saying is just ridiculous. Do better, okay? Okay, so our first question that we received was, where are you guys from? We are from Chicago. That's where we are currently.
Originally from Skokie.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Hey. That's awesome.
I mean, it's good that they don't, people like that who's from, you know, the surrounding areas don't say that they are actually from Chicago, because like, stop trying to front. Me, I wasn't born here, but you know, I think I would say that I grew up in Summit, but where we are now is Chicago. Okay, so how's being parents?
Nothing but joy and extreme what do you say, worries right away, instantly, about all sorts of stuff, but all natural, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's hard for sure, as everyone does say. No one says it's easy. You're a maniac and you think it's easy.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, you know, we're coming along and we're figuring it out.
I would say for me personally, because I'm like on maternity leave, and so I'm here with Zion 24/7, and so I'm seeing him through everything, right? It's very tiring. You really do adapt to his schedule, and you know, me, I used to sleep all throughout the night, but now it's like I'm up like every 2 hours, sometimes every hour. Like, you know, he'll go to sleep not even for like 30 minutes and wake back up, and I'm just like up again feeding him, or you know, changing him and comforting and loving him, you know. But I mean, you get used to it quickly. Like, I don't even get up with any type of like feelings anymore. I'm just up. But at first it was like, oh my God, but it was because in the first week, obviously, you know, I just pushed him out. Like, that's a lot that a woman has to go through. Like, I finally understand now what that feels like. Like, it's honestly just, it's not easy. And you know, but there's another question that I'm gonna get more into it. But I would say just being a parent overall, you do have a lot of anxiety because everything is so new for us, especially because we're first time parents. And there was like some things that like threw me off guard. Like for instance, in the first like maybe night we were in the hospital, he ended up throwing up or puking up, and that scared the heck out of me. Like, I was like, oh my God, like call the nurse in here. Like, it was like serious. He hasn't really been doing that lately because Mama makes sure she burps him and keeps him up even when he falls asleep. Like, I was reading that it's good to like let them like sit up for a while before you put him back down. The only thing that irritates me is the hiccups, and I've been afraid to give him the gripe water because I've been hearing things about that. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I'll try to give him a little bit of formula if he's not too full. But yeah, I just say like being a parent is honestly like, because we're only 3 weeks into it, it's honestly been a roller coaster of feelings and emotions, but it's overall a great journey. And you know, he's such a sweet baby, and I love having my little boy. You know, he's like my little friend. You know, we talk all day, and yeah, he's really chill. So I love being a parent. You know, it's obviously my life has changed from what it used to be, and that was a little bit hard to take in. Maybe I was going through the baby blues. You know, I was reading all about that too. But now it's just like I'm finally starting to settle in with this is my life now. So how are you dealing with postpartum? So honestly, I would say, like I said, like the first week it was very hard for me because they literally, like I had to bring him to the doctor like literally 3 days after giving birth, and I was in so much pain, and like I had to depend on other people to help me get around, and that just like was not a great feeling, obviously. And then also not being able to fully be there for your baby because you're in pain and you're tired, and you know, like, but they say mamas never get rest, and like I'm like, oh God, like this is that, I guess, even when you're sick and you know, stuff like that. But like honestly, it was very emotional too in the first week or so. Like I just had all these feelings coming to me, like the feeling of like being lonely, and you know, like, but there was never a moment where I felt like I regret having my baby or anything like that. Like, no, there was no moments like that. But it was more so just like I couldn't recognize who I was, and like still sometimes, like even now, like I'm more so comfortable with what I look like now and how I feel. But at first it's like, this is not what I looked like before pregnancy. Like, this is no way, like this did not happen. But like it's stuff like that, you know, feeling insecure about yourself, and you know, all of that was coming to me with postpartum. But now I can say that I'm finally in a rhythm, and I'm making plans for myself. As soon as I get cleared for that 6 weeks, baby girl, baby boy, I'm at the gym, I'm somewhere, because your girl, she needs to get back to where she was at. I mean, I might even go back to my plant-based diet. I don't know, I'm considering it, because I was doing that for a while, and you know, I think that's where it put me. Like at first I think I did deal with being overweight for a while, and then just after a while, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try these different things, and I went plant-based, and honestly, it was like one of the best like feelings ever. Like, you just have a clear mind when you're plant-based, and you overall feel more clean and on the inside. So I might give it a try, maybe a 3-month trial. I don't know. I'm debating about it right now. So, but yeah, that's what how I'm dealing, with the postpartum and stuff. Are your other family members involved? Yeah. I mean, my mom, she's always checking in. She's come a couple of times, took me to the doctor. So my mom, my sister, my sister even came. She helped out. So like, I would say my family is involved, and I mean,
we haven't had the need to call on them or anything like that. But my mom and my sister both live way out of state, and so. Yeah, they check in, of course, which is lovely, and we send pictures and videos. If they were here, they'd be here every day. He's very well loved.
Yes. Can you tell us more about how you met? I mean, so we did a whole story time about how we met, and like, I even like in the very, very beginning of doing YouTube, I told the story about, it was from my perspective, obviously, but I told a story about how we got together and stuff. But, we worked together, and Zach, he just used to always like talk to me and stuff. I'm like, this dude is like, what is wrong with him?
I was the secret manager at a grocery store where we worked at, and she did the in-store shopping for online orders and stuff. And, I was single, and she was a pretty young woman walking by all the time, and, failed miserably a few times to get her attention, and then almost gave up. I gave her one more shot, and then she responded.
This is a time that we were all like wearing masks at a point.
True.
And I mean, honestly, I ain't even gonna front with y'all. Like, when I don't even remember first meeting Zach. I really don't remember first meeting you. Like,
I don't remember the very, very first time.
I don't remember, but I mean, I don't remember the first conversation we really had, but I remember like every time I would come to work, I would go over to his department and talk to him. And I'm like, I remember that one time, our like store like manager or whatever was walking by, and I tried to hide. Yeah. That was so funny. Yes, like, and I'm pretty sure she saw me. So.
Also, I've said before too, she had great style, has great style. And she was wearing. I was a kid in the 90s, and Ken Griffey Jr. was one of my favorite baseball players, still is, and she was wearing, without even realizing, his signature shoes.
It's because I saw the shoes. I was just trying to shop shoes.
They were dope.
Because the other manager at that store was having a problem with the outfits that I was wearing. Like, I was wearing like mismatched like colors. Like, I would have like one like real side yellow, outfits, like, the other side would be blue. Like, I was wearing stuff like that, and like one day this manager just had a problem with what I was wearing and tried to tell my boss to tell me that I could no longer wear these things. So I started like wearing nice shoes. Like, I'm like, okay, well, if I can't show myself through my clothes, I'm gonna do it through my shoes. And so I ended up seeing these shoes online. I was like, ooh, these are nice. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna order them. That's how it was. Like, I'm not somebody who's a shoe head who knows like, oh my God, like that's the 365 by Michael Jordan. I don't know anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, it just was like one of those things where it's just like, yeah. So when he mentioned the shoes to me, I remember you mentioned shoes, and I was like, what? What are you talking about?
That's why I asked the question. How old is this woman?
So, yeah. And I mean, the first time that Zach and I actually told each other our ages,
he was at the store.
I was on opposite sides of him, and I remember, asking like if he was married and stuff, and then like it wasn't me trying to highlight him or nothing, but like I was just curious, like we talked a lot, so I just was like and then I asked him if he had kids, and he's like, hell no. And I'm like, okay. He said that. But yeah, like, I remember we had a lot of conversations, and then eventually you mentioned walking on the lakefront and stuff, and I was like, oh.
At the time, I was very much into just hanging along in Chicago's lakefront every once in a while.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, okay, well, what is that? Like, what is the lakefront? Like, and I didn't realize it was just literally like, a lake, and you just walk along it. Like,
it's from the whole coast, it goes all the way down. You've never been, go, it's fun.
And I caught a cramp literally the first time I was walking. And in my mind, I'm like, this man needs to carry me on his back and be romantic.
I would.
He but like, yeah, y'all, I had caught a cramp and stuff, and like we walked back or whatever, and then my car had a flat tire, and that just was just ridiculous. Like, and this man took me home, and I lived far away, and you know, so it was just like, I was like, oh, that was so nice. And yeah, that's when we sparked off, you know.
I was in love already.
But yeah, so that's how we, you know, met and stuff. But we have like literally like a whole story about how we met. I'm gonna link it down below this video so you can watch it if you would like to see the story from beginning to wherever. Okay, so somebody asked me, where can I find a white man? Okay, can I clear the air for a second? Y'all, I am American. I live in America. Okay, I'm a Black American, and honestly, I don't know what part of Africa my family might come from. I really don't know. But a lot of people are assuming that I am from Africa, like literally from there, like I come from there, like, and I got with him for a visa or like some type of like people think that I got with this man on some contract level. And like, it's like, no, that did not happen. Like, I was born and raised here in America, okay? Like, I don't get where people are getting this from. Like, I've been asked a couple times if I was Nigerian, but like, no, like, y'all, I really don't know where this is coming from. But yeah, like, I didn't go on a search for a white man, nor did I get on a website to look for a white man. Like,
and I'll tell you where you can find white men. Anywhere in America, and go to Whole Foods.
like, asking that question is just killing me. It's killing me on the inside, because it's like, y'all got this mixed up. Okay, I'm not on that level of where people are. I'm picking out white people, and I want to be with white people. It's not an urge for me to want to be with a white man. And for that person to make that comment about me letting a white man cream inside me, let me explain something to you, Miss Ma'am. That was just so disrespectful and so disgusting. Like, why did you have to say that? That question, she couldn't get with a Black man. It's like, why is it that when a Black woman decides that she wants to get with somebody outside her race, all of a sudden she's the enemy, all of a sudden she's a bad person, this and that? But it's like, it's bigger problems at hand. It's bigger problems at hand. Be glad I'm not on this app, you know, sitting there and bashing Black men. Because, man, a Black woman can tell her experience, for real, for real. Just relax, chill. You go and date Black men and be happy with your Black man and all that, and I'm going to be happy with what I got, okay? My little family right here. We're great. Thanks. Okay, let me get back on track.
Take it back.
So somebody then said, you're not really 22, and I'm actually older than Zach. I'm not really 22, and I'm actually older than Zach.
How old are you?
I am actually 38, guys.
Boy.
I am 38.
Hey, what's
you know,
your secret?
I'm feeling great. You know,
all that lotion.
It might be. I don't know, because I stay hydrated too. You know, drinking coconut water.
True.
But let me just tell you this. No, I'm not lying about my age. I have no point to lie about my age. Like, what does that do for me? What does that do, lying about my age? Because eventually it's gonna come out if I was lying about my age. But long story short, like, stop sitting there trying to say that I'm like lying about my age. Like, I didn't even realize like you're supposed to look a certain age. I didn't know that next year I'm gonna look like I'm 23, and I didn't know the year after that I'll look like I'm 24. Like, I mean, what does that even look like? Like, y'all expect 22-year-olds to look like babies. We are not babies. We are young adults. Stop trying to make it seem like there's something we checking off that we have to, that makes us qualified to be a certain age. It's just ridiculous, okay? It's out of control.
Do I look my age?
I don't even know. I don't even know, man.
Okay.
Like,
I've been lying. You've been dudes. I'm 16.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, guys. Sorry, but I am 22 years old. And I'm a mother. No drama. Period. So when was Zion born? I realized I never actually shared his actual date of birth. He was born September 10th, 2023 at 8:08 a.m. Yes.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
that's all. But yeah, baby boy was born in the morning. I literally woke up and felt pressure. It was like, you're gonna feel pressure. It's gonna feel like you have to use the restroom. you know, stuff like that. And honestly, I felt that pressure, man. It didn't feel like I had to use the bathroom, but I felt that pressure. And Zach literally was out the room going to get coffee.
We've been there for almost 2 days.
So, you know.
But you called me, and I was on my way, just casually walking, and you called me saying basically you need to get upstairs right now. And so I started running a little bit down the hallway and trying to not burn myself out.
But in the middle of pushing, this man was like, I have to use the restroom. He ran to the restroom.
So bad.
Oh my
Because of all the coffee.
It was this video I saw on TikTok that was like types of dads during birth. And he was one of them. They have to go to the restroom one.
I was going to pee my pants. I knew the next little while was going to be a while.
So it was just like, but Zion came pretty quickly. He came within 20 minutes of me pushing. So it wasn't
two very long days of waiting.
Of labor.
Of the fastest 20 minutes.
Of pushing.
And what a, man, I think about it all the time.
I'm so glad that my mom was like video chatting her and my sister was recording the whole thing. So we actually do have like the actual birth of Zion coming out of me and all that, but you know, that's personal, you know what I'm saying? I might show y'all the part where he was laid on my chest though, because that was appropriate. So beautiful. Yeah, when he was laid on my chest, y'all, like when I actually felt him, I'm like this weight like on me, like this weight on my chest. It was just like when I touched him, I like melted. Like I started crying. I'm like, oh my God, my baby. It was everything. Precious baby, honestly. Like having your own baby is like, it's just unbelievable.
Oh, good word, dude.
Good job. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I talked about watching him come out of you without being gross and graphic was something straight out of a movie. My whole life, everything slowed down for a second, and just every good, bad, in between, just memory just went by. People, old family members who aren't here anymore. It was insane, and then just right back to it. And then boy, they pulled him out so quick. It was unbelievable. It was the most. It was wild.
The moment his head came out, like his head came out, that's when it was like, oh God, he's coming out. And I could feel him leave my body. That was the crazy feeling. Like I was like,
and then cutting the umbilical cord, which I said I didn't want to do it first because I don't know, I thought it'd be weird, like I'm squeamish and stuff. Not squeamish, just. But then I agreed to do it, and then the doctor, she right away, she banged, she goes, are you ready to cut the umbilical cord? I go, I guess so. Yeah. And we did it, and of course I didn't do it hard enough the first time, so I had to do it twice. I had to like go back, but it was weird. It was the same texture as cutting squid up for calamari. That's the only way I can describe it. It was awesome.
How long have you guys been together?
2 years this past July.
Yeah, 2 years and a couple of months, like. I can't believe I literally just had to think about that. Okay, so this is the last one. And honestly, I think we've seen this statement multiple times. Multiple times. Stop race mixing.
Sorry, bro.
You know, it's just something about people who write stuff like that. Because it's like, did you really flex your fingers to type that? I mean, honestly, like because you say it's gonna happen, people are gonna stop. Oh my God, those words were powerful. We have to stop. We can't do it again. It's just ridiculous. You know what world people are living in. I get if you're afraid that your people are gonna go extinct. Excuse me. But you know that's not a problem. You know, that's not a problem, you know. It's something you got to deal with. How about you keep on procreating with your own kind?
No. Actually, I would say the opposite. You should stop procreating if you read things like that and just die off.
That would be easy too, right? But yeah, no, it's just like, that's not going to happen. You cannot tell people to stop doing something because you don't like it. And that's another thing. People think that you're supposed to live through them. you're supposed to live in the way that they think life is supposed to go. Like, for instance, people constantly telling us that, you know, the age gap is weird, or like, you know, it's just like, okay, to you, like, and that's for you to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Don't get into a relationship with somebody older than you if you don't support that. Like,
it's not like you're like a child bride or anything.
Right, like, it's like y'all make it seem.
She's a sophomore in college, my better.
It kills me because it makes me like, it's like people think that me being 22, I'm incapable of making my own decision. Do y'all know how independent I am as a person? And y'all make it seem like I solely depend on Zach. Y'all don't know us outside of what we show y'all. So all the assumptions that have been made about us in regards to like my life, like, oh, she doesn't go to work, she's not getting her education, like, all of that is BS. Literally graduating literally this May, okay? Literally been working since I was 16. Bought my first car on my own at 18. Like, y'all making it seem like I'm not living my life the way I want to live my life. Like, it's just wild. And for that person who also wrote that comment, I didn't write it down, but I remember it specifically. Where was your mother, your father, your family to prevent you from this monstrosity? Like,
that hurts, man. That
like,
hurts. Am I the monstrosity?
Like, by the way, my family has always been in my life. There's never been a moment where I didn't have my mom or my dad's support. My father is no longer here physically, but even when he was here, my father has never been the unsupportive type. He was always the most supportive type. You know what I'm saying? And no, my dad didn't walk out my life. My father passed away. So there's a difference, okay? But like, nobody, both of our families really, nobody finds our relationship to be weird or toxic, because we're not toxic or weird people. We have a healthy relationship. We have a great relationship, and we're happy. So that's what matters.
Yeah.
So stop coming on and making these assumptions because this is what you think is happening. What you think is not factual, okay? It's not a fact, okay? That is your opinion. And you need to stop trying to force your opinions onto people and making them think that that's the way it is. Because it's not. Like, y'all literally y'all might as well write a book about us. Write a book about us. And write our ending, because y'all seem to know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all those women who are writing on our videos, oh, she doesn't see it yet. Or, I was in your place. You were never in my place. You were never in my place, okay? You were in your place. And you had your ending, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how people just sit there and try to, like, literally force you to, like, see it through them. Like, if I was that damn vulnerable, like, literally, I would have been broke up with Zach. I would have been like, they're right. What they're saying is, oh my God, you're taking advantage of me. You're manipulating me. I make my own decisions, okay? There's not one video you can pull up where you can say that Zach has forced me to say something or to do something. If you can, please put the link below and I will click and I will watch it. Y'all don't want a man that do stuff for y'all? Y'all don't want a man that open doors for you and pay for dinner and like clean up the house when the house needs to be clean? Y'all don't want a man who does stuff like that? Like, that's just ridiculous to me.
Honestly, out with money right now, our money is like practically conjoined.
You know, like, literally, like, we buy each other things. Like, this is not that, like, give me the card, I need the card. It's not that, you know, it's nothing like that. So, I don't know, it's just crazy. But this is gonna be my last time approaching this thing. I said that so many times, but I promise you, Shanaya, come back to this video if you need a reminder, girl. I'm no longer going to indulge in that. So anyways, that's all for our Q&A. Thank you guys so much, you know, for sending in your comments and questions and, you know, stuff like that, because, you know, we love it. We love, you know, bringing you guys content. You know, honestly, the more that we receive comments like that, the more videos you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because we know it makes you angry.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna finish, you know, cooking and all that, and
I'm chilling right here.
And Zach, he done turned off my Korean show. It's coming back on, by the way. And I'm waiting for my YouTube couple to upload their videos so I can watch them. So this is Zion, Zach, and Grandpa. And then this was dinner. We just had butter chicken. And then Zach decided he was gonna set up the crib. So now we got a crib, and y'all know my show's still on, Periana. Yeah. So Zach is setting up the crib right now, and baby boy is laying down, and Mama's about to lay down because I'm tired. It's been a long day. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. My phone is on 1%, so you know I gotta go. All right, guys. Bye.